What is going on, guys? So I want to talk about Googling your symptoms. Are you using Dr. Google to self-diagnose yourself with various illnesses or disease or even mental health issues? Go ahead and smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and leave me a comment down below in that comment section throughout this video or after, and let me know, is this something that you fall victim to? Are you spending your precious time and your precious hours on the internet Googling your symptoms? Guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, in this day and age, this is very easily accessible. The internet obviously is a staple in our lives. It's a necessity for many of us, and it's so easy. It's accessible. It's right there. Our phone is right there. I can easily type in, why am I having chest pains? Severe headache symptoms. Okay? And you're going to see the worst things up there at the top instantly. It's instant, and it's weird because it's addicting. You find out bad news and you're trying to reassure yourself that that wasn't the right answer, and then you keep finding new things and new things. Guys, this started from day one with me. From day one. I had chest pain and many other symptoms that I've described with my first panic attack. I searched on Google my chest pain and a couple other symptoms, and I got heart attack at the age of 21 years old. I was having a heart attack. I self-diagnosed myself with that. Little did I know that many panic attack symptoms mimic heart attack symptoms. And from that day on, every single day, I was pretty much spending a lot of my time on Google looking up diseases. Once I had convinced myself that I had the disease, I'd spend another couple hours looking up treatments, what worked the best to treat this disease or cancer. And I would literally get that deep into it. 99% of the time, if not 100%, I felt worse at the end of my Google search than I did when I started it. 99% of the time, if not 100%, I would go in thinking I had one problem or one or two things wrong with me, and I would be convinced I had 8 or 10 things wrong with me by the end of my Google search. It never made me feel better. I never got my peace of mind. I never got reassurance. I never felt good. Never. Nothing good ever came out of Googling my symptoms. And I want you to realize that. If you're looking at your life right now and self-examining yourself in your mind, your subconscious, your conscious, most of you are not happy when you Google. Most of you are not satisfied when you finish. If that's the case, why continue to do it? Now think about before the internet, back in the good old days. People went to the doctor when they thought something was wrong with them. It wasn't easy for them to get on the internet and make a quick search and jump to horrible conclusions. They trusted the experts. They went to the guys that went to school for 8 to 12 years and got their doctor degrees, that have years of experience and see thousands of people throughout their life. You know? That's what they did. Now, we are trying to trust ourselves that has no doctor degree, no experience, but all of a sudden, Dr. Google is our source, and we're the assistant confirming it. Like, yes, I see those symptoms. I agree with you, Dr. Google. I have, indeed, heart disease at the ripe age of 20 or 21. Many of you are doing this, and you're 13, 14, 15 years old as well. Just taking it upon yourself to diagnose yourself with something, or trusting Dr. Google to diagnose yourself. And it's frustrating because anxiety causes a ton of symptoms. Guys, I know it feels real, and you know why it feels real? Because those symptoms are real. You are dealing with that. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but anxiety causes hundreds, if not thousands, of symptoms. Some are weird, some are more unexplained than the others, some are more painful than others, and we all experience different types of symptoms. Not everything I experience is going to be something that you experience. But you have to realize that anxiety causes literally any sensation that you can feel. Literally anything. I can sit here and name off all the symptoms, but that's not what I want to do in this video. I got tons of uploads on my channel that you can pretty much find any symptom of anxiety on there. Guys, but you have to realize the irrationality of our thinking. It's an irrational thought pattern. And it sucks because it's difficult to stop. I actually think some people's health anxiety, not totally caused by, but can 90% be driven from that first Google search. They jump to that conclusion and they get scared. And then from that point on, that fear is anchored up here. Many of you would do yourself such a huge favor if you just cut searching out. And I know it's hard to do. It's right there. But just try. Just cut it out for a few weeks and see how much better you feel. See how much better you feel. Because that's only going to make you feel worse. If you have a doctor's appointment coming up in 3 weeks, don't Google. Don't Google for 3 weeks. Wait till you see the doctor. If you're afraid to go to the doctor, you got to take that step and go to the doctor. Go to the expert. You are not an expert. If you want to be an expert, I know I say this a lot. I say this a lot. But go get your own doctorate degree. Go become a doctor. Go become a nurse or something. I mean, do it yourself. You got to trust the experts. They are the experts. We are not. Now, as far as what is causing your health anxiety, guys, that's something that you're going to have to figure out on your own. I'm just saying. I could possibly help, but guys, it really comes down to you searching deep within yourself with all the tools that I give you, and meditating and journaling, all of that. You got to figure out what is actually causing your health anxiety. And you have to work on that, because until you work on that, guys, I'm just here to tell you, those symptoms are going to continue. You can go to the doctor and get your reassurance like I did. I went many times, got many tests done. But I didn't understand how anxiety worked. I didn't know that, even though I was told that I didn't have heart disease and all my tests were coming back fine, that in a few days that would wear off, that high, and anxiety was still present deep within me, deep within my subconscious, and it still was going to send messages to my body to cause symptoms. That muscle tension doesn't just disappear like that. And I think that's where a lot of us are stuck in that phase, right before recovery. Now, in that last year, guys, of recovery for me, it took me a year to recover, guys. You got to do all the right things. Okay, you have to do everything that I preach at the end of my videos. You know, I'm not an expert at this, but I know what generally works for most people, and I've helped so many people with my formula. I haven't charged anything for any of this. This is free stuff that I just give you all the time, so take advantage of it. You know, I haven't created a course yet. I haven't written a book yet. So take advantage of the stuff that I tell you right now. Make sure that you're figuring out what your root cause of your health anxiety is. For me, it was an unhealthy lifestyle. I was afraid that my drinking, my smoking, my staying up late, my partying, my eating unhealthy, and not exercising was going to catch up to me and kill me. Subconsciously, that had been brewing for a while. Manifested in that first panic attack after I abused alcohol like crazy for a weekend. And got zero sleep. And that's what really led me to my first panic attack, which manifested to panic disorder, having 5 to 10 of those a day. Manifested to health anxiety. And that's where mine started. That turned into social anxiety, and I got depression with that. 4 years. Then it took a year of me doing the right things to get my life in order and get my life back. It's possible. I've done it. You can do it too. So make sure that you do that. Meditating is crucial. Many of you are blowing off meditation. Many of you are blowing off journaling. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time to do meditation. I don't even know how to meditate, even though those are just Google searches away or YouTube searches away. Plenty of guided meditation out there. Many of you are just not willing to do it. Many of you are not recovering because you're not willing to put in the work it requires. Many of you think something like magnesium is going to fix you like that, or that you read this one book, it's going to just fix it. You have to actually put in physical and mental work. Make sure that you are exercising every single day. One of the things that helped me the most was exercise. It reassured me that I was healthy, that I was fine, that I was doing okay. It reassured me of that. It backed up everything. It backed up what the doctors were saying. Start out small if you have to, but increase intensity over days, weeks, and months. Make sure you're doing it every single day. Don't skip a day. I started to find out the days that I skipped exercise, I would have panic attacks those days. Excuse me, guys. I have a little bit of a cold situation here. Make sure that your diet's on point. Many of you are putting horrible things in your stomach. Processed food, sugar, okay? Cut out the caffeine, the stimulants, the nicotine, excessive amounts of sugar. You know, don't be smoking. None of that. Those are going to actually trigger panic attacks for many of you that suffer from panic disorder. It's going to trigger more bodily sensations, more symptoms that's going to make you worry about your health. So stop that. Not only that, but a lot of those things carry risk factors. So make sure you are not dealing with that. So cut those out of your life. Don't be self-medicating with drugs or alcohol. You're going to get caught up in a vicious cycle. You can develop addiction. You don't want to rely on that stuff, guys. So make sure you're not falling victim there. And aside from that, guys, CBT, ASMR, therapy, there's a lot of that stuff down in the description below. There's a meditation journal that combines meditation with journaling. You put that together, and voila, it's going to help you out a lot. It's going to show you how to do it. There's even little guided meditation clips on there where you can actually go and listen to the audio and do it. So it's amazing. Check out that journal. There's BetterHelp Therapy. It's convenient. It's available for thousands of therapists that are actually available for that. It's cheaper than regular therapy. You can actually do it on your couch and on your phone, so that's amazing. So take advantage of that. My Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Patreon account, the Facebook group for anxiety is all down below, guys. So take advantage of those things. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a good day.